Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Digital Hustle Podcast. So glad to have you here. Today, we're diving deep into a system that's making some really bold claims. Basically, that it has cracked the secret code for making AI-generated videos go viral. It's called the VYRALZZ Protocol, and we're going to break down exactly what it is, what it promises, and how it supposedly works. But hey, before we jump into all that, a quick aside. If you're interested in what might be the easiest way I've seen to turn about 15 minutes a day into a potential $200 to $800 daily, you'll want to check out the first link in the description below. Just putting that out there. Okay, let's get into it.
All right, so they're not pulling any punches with their language. This is the core claim right here. We're talking about turning short, faceless videos, meaning you don't have to be on camera, into what they call traffic storms. So you can see this isn't just about, making some cool-looking videos. It's a promise of huge, pretty much automated results. Let's dig into the world that this promise fits into.
So to really get what they're pitching here, we've got to understand the bigger picture. We are right in the middle of a massive, and I mean massive, technological shift. There's this new wave of unbelievably powerful AI video tools. You've probably heard of Sora from OpenAI. Google's got one called Veo, and there's another called Kling. These things are totally changing the game for content creation. This isn't just a small update, it's a whole new way of doing things.
And what's so fascinating is how they frame the opportunity. I mean, look at these promises. They're tantalizing, right? Millions of views, no need to ever show your face, getting traffic on autopilot. It's basically the dream for any content creator, but now it's supercharged with AI. This is the powerful what if that really pulls you in.
Okay, so you're probably thinking, if this opportunity is so huge, why isn't everyone already a viral AI video superstar? And that question brings us right to the core problem that this whole system claims to solve. There are some very real roadblocks that stop most people, maybe even you, from jumping on this trend. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. It shows the massive gap between the dream and the reality. Over on the left, you've got the dream, going viral, passive income streams, traffic whenever you want it. But then on the right, well, that's the reality for most of us. A lot of people just can't get their hands on tools like Sora, which are still in beta. They don't have any video editing skills. A lot of us really don't want to be on camera. And maybe the biggest one, you're starting with 0 followers. These are the exact frustrations that this protocol is built to eliminate.
And that leads us to the big, critical question. What if you could just bypass all of those roadblocks? What if there was a repeatable formula that could actually make that dream a reality for you? And here we go. This is the proposed answer. The source material presents this system as that formula. It's the secret code we talked about at the very beginning. It's positioned as more than just a course or a tool. It's a complete A to Z protocol designed to solve the whole puzzle from start to finish.
So, what is it exactly? Well, according to them, it's a plug-and-play formula. Now, that language is really important. It implies that it's easy to use and gives you predictable results. The whole point is to create these viral-ready videos and, this is the most important part, to actually monetize them, all while getting around those huge hurdles of needing an audience or having to be on camera.
This slide really boils down the core idea to its simplest form. It's a story of 2 different ways of doing things. The old way, it's complicated, it's expensive, it takes forever. The new way, they claim, lets AI do 97% of the hard work for you. Your job is just reduced to these simple little actions. You type a bit, you copy, you paste. It's a total, radical simplification of the whole process.
Okay, so we've heard the big, flashy promises, but what do you actually get? What are the specific pieces that make up this system? Let's pop the hood and take a look at the actual components.
So the system is really laid out like a complete toolkit. You've got a viral hook formula to grab attention, a monetization matrix to make money, and a video prompt playbook to tell the AI what to do. They even talk about a hidden loophole strategy, a bonus GPT tool, and, maybe most importantly, a guide to actually get access to these AI platforms in the first place.
And let's just pause on this for a second because this is a really big deal. One of the biggest obstacles for anyone trying to get into this space is that the most powerful tools are still invite-only. So a huge promise of this package is that it includes a playbook on how to get access. They claim to have the secret invite codes and the shortcuts to get you past the velvet rope.
All right, so the first piece of the puzzle is this viral hook formula. The claim here is that it's not just a few tips, but an exact structure. They give it some serious credibility by saying it's used by 7-figure viral agencies and that it uses psychological triggers to make your videos totally irresistible. It's an interesting claim for sure.
But, getting views is only half the equation. You've got to turn those views into actual income, right? That's the real goal. And that's where their monetization matrix comes into play. It's their whole framework for making money from the videos you create.
Now, this is a really crucial point. They don't just give you one way to make money. The source material lays out 9 different strategies. You can see some of them here. You've got the standard stuff like ad revenue and affiliate sales, but they also get into more active methods, like selling your video creation skills as a freelance service, or even making little video ads for local businesses. The whole idea is to give you a bunch of different options for generating revenue.
And to make all this potential feel a bit more real, the marketing uses some pretty eye-popping figures. This one, almost $10,000, is presented as the price someone paid for a single 30-second video ad on a freelance site. It's a really powerful number that's meant to show you just how valuable this skill can be. By the way, if you're finding this breakdown valuable, could you do me a quick favor and smash that like button and subscribe to the Digital Hustle podcast? It helps the channel a ton, and I'd really appreciate it.
And this quote really captures the ultimate promise of the whole thing. It's all about changing your mindset about going viral. It's not a lightning strike, not a lucky accident. It's a predictable, repeatable skill. The claim is that if you follow their formula, virality isn't a lottery ticket anymore. It's a process that you can control.
Now, as you see with a lot of new tech opportunities, there's a heavy emphasis on urgency. It's not just about what you should do, but when you should do it. The entire argument is that we are in a very specific and very temporary window of opportunity right now.
This timeline really paints the picture perfectly. The claim is that right now, social media platforms are actually rewarding the first people to post AI content with just massive, explosive reach. But soon, everyone else is going to catch on, and the market's going to get crowded. And then later, that easy traffic will just dry up as the algorithms change and that initial loophole closes. It's that classic early mover advantage argument.
And to prove there's a push happening right now, the material claims that huge platforms like YouTube Shorts, TikTok, and Facebook Reels are actively promoting AI-generated stuff. And why would they do that? Well, because it's new, it's different, it's super engaging, and it grabs people's attention, which is exactly what these platforms need to keep you scrolling.
So when you put it all together, it builds up to this one central argument. This system is positioned as your guide to navigating what they're calling a mega shift. They're not saying this is just a small trend. They're saying it's a fundamental change in how attention is captured and how money is made on the internet. The stakes are presented as being incredibly high.
And that brings us to our final question for today. After breaking down all of these claims, all these components, what's the big takeaway? Is this AI video gold rush truly a limited time opportunity, a window that's actually closing as we speak? Or is that story mainly a really powerful marketing message designed to create a sense of urgency? That, I think, is the question to think about. If this deep dive has got you curious and you want to learn more, I've gone ahead and dropped a link to it for you in the description below. Feel free to check it out for yourself. Thanks so much for tuning in today, and I'll catch you in the next one.